Channel?
Yeah, we're doing some interviews today. Such a good vibe. Should we kill the kids in foster care? And
Why not? Why not, if that's the case?
We should kill the kids in foster care that aren't wanted.
Who's going to take care of them? I need to know the percentage of people who take children from foster care and abuse them and molest them, who make them like personal slaves.
We should just kill them.
Statistics before you come to me talking about pro-life.
We should kill the victims of molestation.
I think, what does this have to do with molestation?
You just mentioned people molesting children. We should kill the kids in foster care is what you said.
What I'm saying is in general, overall. If I don't want to have a baby, I should have the choice to.
Just don't have sex then.
Even as teens, people explore. And it's like, as funny as you want to be, people should still have the choice. I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really. Oh my god!
Stop him.
What's wrong with you?
Stop him. Stop my.
You have a. Oh my god! She just punched me in the face. We were just doing a street interview with my camera and everything was fine for over 20 minutes or however long we were filming, and then she just punched me in the face. Oh my god.
Well, that lady was not playing. Did you see how she hit her with the phone? To finish her off. I thought she was not playing. She was trying to finish the job. Don't talk to me like that. That's one crazy ass lady. And there are people who are warning us. She's a New Yorker. She's from New York. And they do not play that. No one. So next time you're in New York, you gotta watch out. You're asking for directions. You might come off wrong. I mean, just ask direction 6 feet away. Just to be sure. You know what I mean? So that's fucking crazy. And that's what the whole interview. And they were talking good. They were really reasoning. The lady who hit the interviewer was also respectful. You know what I mean? She was making a lot of good points. And she was respectful. And I think where it went wrong is when I think she might have, that's my point of view. I feel like she might have confused by saying, oh, we should kill the babies. But that's not what it sounds like though. But that where she was wrong, because what she's saying here is she's completely right. She's like, yo, you're creating monsters in this home and they're going there to suffer. These kids, like, they're getting molested, they're getting abused over there, and it's true actually. You know, if you go ahead and interview these kids, they're having a bad life, so why give it to a baby if they're gonna suffer? You know what I mean? Into their rules, like, even like people from the same blood lineage cannot, because it's gonna make a kid suffer, bring a kid that's not able to live. I mean, that's one of the main reasons, apart from morality. That's part of the main reason, because the kid will be born deformed and they won't be able to live. They're gonna suffer. So why bring someone here to suffer? So that was a point of like, oh, that kid, why bring them if they're gonna pass? You know what I mean? I get what you're saying, but saying that people who are already here, they already exist, you can't do that. That's just awful. That was her wrong part. But apart from that, everything she was saying, she was correct. You know what I mean? People should be careful and not just bring kids for them to suffer. You know what I mean? They should be. She's right. They should have a choice to, like, not bring a baby because you're gonna bring them, then they're gonna suffer. That's actually awful. You know, it's not fair to them. You know what I mean? They deserve a loving family too. Awful family. You know what I mean? So she was kind of right. Now, on the interviewer side, she saw opportunity. You know what I mean? That's a chance to go viral. Once she heard, oh, there's nothing wrong with killing their kids at the first place, we're like, yeah, money. So, like, that's my way out. I made her out of the hood. You know what I mean? So, and she, like, stuck on it. Another problem was that the interviewer is interviewing, like, asking their opinion, you know what I mean? Not challenging them. And Not only that, but she has her opinion and she's trying to like enforce it on people. Like she doesn't even want to change her mind. If you have to change, you're supposed to hear your idea and then resonate. You know what I mean? These topics are sensitive. You have to go with clinical, you have to go prepared, you have to have emotional intelligence, you have to have done your research, you know what I mean? Especially from these topics which are like abuse, death, and all these sensitive topics, you know what I mean? You should just go there with your opinion and stuff. You should become prepared, you know what I mean, and learn to listen. So I think this interview had her own opinion, and that's what went wrong, because she was like, you know what I mean, what she heard was correct. Even me, I was like, what the hell going on? Why would they kill? But you know what I mean, but I think the lady was trying to say don't bring kids to like for them here to suffer. You know what I mean? I don't think she would meant to say oh kill them, you know what I mean? But I think she was already irritated at this point, but she was like, why not? Why not? Maybe not. Because actually she validated again. She said, oh no, yeah, why not? Like, you know what I mean? So she might have been wrong. And that doesn't give her a right to like hit people. You know what I mean? So if you feel offended, just walk away. I mean, good. And she should have noticed that from the jump. Like she already had her opinion. There was no way you could change. You should already know that there are people who already have their opinions on you and topics. You cannot change them no matter what they say. Once you notice this, they're just gonna piss you off. Because it's not gonna change. Something's not changing. It's gonna piss you off. Imagine playing a game and you just stuck at the same place. You're gonna get pissed off. So it's the same. You can't change it. She could have just walked away. And luckily, she got arrested. She's cooked. And you know what I mean, for assault. You know what I mean, just that few minutes and then you're cooked. Learn to control yourself. Don't put your hands on people. You know what I mean? So yeah. Listen, two things can be right at the same time. You know what I mean? One thing we all make a mistake. The only mistake we make is like the interviewer was saying maybe we shouldn't have sex. And she was like, oh, that's not possible. Even teens experiment. We were built for that. Like it's part of us. So what I think is like, yo, before having sex, if a baby comes here, you're gonna take care of this baby. You're gonna do this, the you know what I mean? Ground rules before doing. If a baby comes out, that should be rules engaging with anybody. So you know what I mean? It's like they should have brought their part of the side, and this person should have brought their part of the side and bring it, not argue. Argument is like, I bring my side, what's bothering me, you bring your side, and then we find a solution. So the solution here was crazy to prevent all this, like the abandonment of children. Like, yo, if you're having sex, if a baby comes here, you're gonna take responsibility, you're gonna be there, you're gonna pay it, or else jail. You know what I mean? We're tired because she's saying who's gonna take care of this, blah blah blah. And she correct, you can't just abandon it. You know what I mean? You gotta like this should be held accountable, you know, because these kids there are suffering. Just like the beater, the girl who beat, like she was correct. Who's looking at these kids, you know what I mean? And these police are coming out like, oh, you know what I mean? They're on side of the story, but these other kids are hurting too. Like really, I met some of them. Really, they're going through a hard time. You know what I mean? So I feel like my opinion, I feel like that should be really the government should like impose to like, yo, if anything happens, I should be there. Even if one parent is not accountable, they should be like, yo, the family of that partner should be able to get it. They should be held accountable. This will reduce amount of orphans. There's there, you know, when accidents happen, that's okay. But just having a baby, then you feel like, oh, I can't take care of them, blah blah blah. I should like abort it or just give it away. That's not fair to the kid too. You know what I mean? So people should be held accountable. If you feel like, yo, I'm not ready, don't engage. Don't engage. You know what I mean? So that should be correct. And actually, she's correct. Don't do it then. Cause yeah, she's actually correct. She's like, don't do it then. If you feel like, yo, I'm gonna engage you right now. If it happens, am I ready? If you know what I mean? And there should be strict rules to prevent all of this. So that's what I think. And that should be like rule number one. If you're not in a position to have a baby, don't have a baby. but don't engage. You know what I mean? Just don't go on. You should be thinking that. That's what we got protection. What's the condoms for? Why are you using them? You are using them as gloves. What is going on? You know what I mean? Like as men, I should know this. Once you have a kid and you're not financially stable or you're not where you're supposed to be, even as a mother, should be emotionally you should be emotionally stable. If you're like, yeah, I'm ready for it. That's what you know what I mean? So if not, then like I said, they are creating monsters. And what did I want to say? Hold on. I was saying if you're not ready, don't have it because your life switches from your personal. You gotta sacrifice for them right now. It's not about you right now. There's another person involved, so it's about them more than you. You know what I mean? That's even like I said in my previous video. It's like nature. If you see nature, their whole life changes from being about them to being about the kid. They come first. You know what I mean? They stop doing some stuff because of their kid. You know what I mean? You can't be wanting to see a party and you got a kid at home. Their safety, what they're gonna eat, what you educate them. Like, come on. You know what I mean? So a lot of people gotta know that if you're not ready, you know what I mean, in all sorts of area, you know what I mean, then you're not ready. And you're ready if you are the best version of yourself everywhere. You can hunt on your own, like I'm talking about financially, you emotionally stable, can handle stress really perfect, like you're okay at a point where you feel like I can raise this challenge, they're gonna be the best version of themselves. You know what I mean? Your life is feeling good. That's when you should have a baby. You know what I mean? Accidents do happen, like I said. But still, like I said, don't engage if you feel like I feel like that should be really, really important. Don't engage, only engage if you're ready for a baby. But there are condoms to prevent. But like I said, if accidents, then there's like, oh, marriage before sex, but we all ignore that. That was difficult. It's on us too. Everybody ignore that. Just before married. You know what I mean? And before marriage, it's like, how can you provide for my daughter and all this stuff? Like, it all comes down to haunt us again and again because we didn't follow the simple rules that were laid out for us. You know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of this bullshit will have be prevented if you follow the rules to engage before marriage. I mean, then you won't be having these problems. I mean, so.
To other people, I've seen this happen, but it was in a moment where I never thought this was going to happen to me. I live here in the city and I'm very used to dealing with out of control protesters and abortion supporters, but there was no lead up to this altercation. It was like we were having a conversation and all of a sudden she just lets loose on my face.
And to what do you attribute that, Savannah? I mean, you're having a conversation. It does sound like you're debating each other a little bit, and you didn't see this coming. Like, it's hard to explain another person's irrational motivations, but just she'd reached the end of the argument. She had nothing left but physical violence.
It seems so. The left and many abortion supporters, they don't like a differing opinion. They don't like their opinion to be challenged. And I believe what happened here was, like you said, we got to the end of the argument. I was repeating back the things that she had stated to me. To other people, I've seen this happen, but it was in a moment where I never thought this was going to happen.
Man, she got her fucked up. She got her looking like Nelly. No. But two rights can be right. Two wrongs can be right also. What I mean by that is like whatever the lady was saying also, like, yo, I'm not ready for a baby and it's an accident. I should be able to like get rid of it because I don't want the kid to suffer. Who's gonna take care of the kid? And if I send them there where somebody can take care of them, there's a lot of shit that going on there, and it's gonna fuck them up, and maybe the guilt is gonna come up. Rather have that baby not exist at all, which I agree somehow. You know what I mean? But it depends. If the baby's already here, there's nothing we could do. Just give the baby away. You know what I mean? It's like what's going on? Were you fucking crazy? Like they should be like, yo, this baby already exists. You want the kid? Give it away. We'll take care of the kid. The government should be like be tracking this baby and make sure they're all good. You know what I mean? But I get her point too. Also, she's also right. Like, we shouldn't be able to abort babies. You know what I mean? Like, those are still human beings. So both of them are certainly right, but also both of them were certainly wrong, because at the end of the person who beat her, she was talking about we should kill babies also who are like in the foster case, like, which that is fucking insane. Like, what is it talking about? Are you serious? You know what I mean? That's fucking insane. And her part, her problem was that she was like, you know what I mean? Like, she was trying. I know what she heard. She was like saying, "Oh, you're the one who like said you wanna kill babies." You know what I mean? Like, that got her heated up. You know what I mean? Feel like the point she was trying to say, maybe she miscommunicated her words. She was trying to say, just don't take them there, and you know what I mean, get them misused or abused. You know what I mean? I think those were words, and she thought she was like trying to like put my words in her mouth. That's what got her fucked up. You know what I mean? And she was like, "It's enough, y'all. She got on my nerves." And she beat her. You know what I mean? Control your emotions, yeah. Control your emotions. You know what I mean? So yeah, a tongue is a very powerful item. You know what I mean? It can cause a lot of chaos. You know what I mean? Right. So yeah, what do you think, man? What would you have done, and what do you think about the situation?